Stephanie in the secret place. I am so glad that you're here. And today we're going to have a small passage from the Testament of Devotion by Thomas R. Kelly, a book that I love and I've told you about before. And we're talking today about experiencing God's presence and the possibility for that. He says the possibility of the experience of the divine presence as a repeatedly realized and present fact, and its transforming and transfiguring effect upon all of life. This is the central message of the Lord. Once discover this glorious secret, this new dimension of life, and we no longer live merely in time, but we also live in the eternal. Yeah. The world of time is no longer the sole reality of which we are aware. A second reality hovers, quickens, quivers, stirs, energizes us and breaks in upon us, and in love embraces us, together with all things within himself. We live our lives at two levels simultaneously, the level of time and the level of the timeless. They form one sequence with a fluctuating border between them. Sometimes the glorious eternal is in the ascendancy, but still we are aware of our daily temporal routine. Sometimes the clouds settle low, and we are chiefly in the world of time, yet we are haunted by a smaller sense of presence in the margin of consciousness. I know, Thomas Kelly is heavy. He's very much, philosophic in his understanding of Jesus and bringing in the idea of time and space and the two different levels of time that we experience simultaneously. That is really revelatory, and I wonder if you've thought about it before. It helps me when I get stuck in what I call, I don't know what else to call it, but I call it temporal reality. It's reality on this earth, in my life, in the workaday world. But when I kind of get stuck in the hard places of this world and problems and personal trials and issues I might deal with, I go back to reminding myself, this is reality, but it's temporal reality. It doesn't mean it's nothing or it's meaningless. It means a great deal, but it's temporal. It has a beginning and an end. My mama birthed me, and someone will put me in a coffin at the end of my life. It's temporal, and it's not going to be forever. And then there is divine, what he doesn't call it this, I call it divine reality, eternal reality, where it's timelessness. And that is our reality as well. We are spiritual beings. We will live forever. I'm not saying that I know the details. I don't know anybody who knows the details of what that timeless reality will look like. Of course, we have a lot of books about heaven and a lot of myths about heaven and a lot of talk about heaven, songs about heaven. But I do know that the timeless reality, that reality, capital R reality, is where I live and breathe as well, because this period, this temporal reality is part of that, yet it will continue into timelessness. And I like to go back and think about that sometimes when I'm tested and I'm tried and I'm hurting. When I'm really, when I'm just in pain, emotional pain or physical pain with my legs or something, I like to go back and think, I think my friend Jackie says, we're on a temporary day pass. We think about Disney and whatnot. We are here as sojourners. We're here temporarily. And so, I think it'd be wrongheaded to just get stuck in thinking about divine reality, to get stuck in thinking only about the timelessness of eternity and heaven is my home, and that's all I'm thinking about. We can get stuck there, and I think that that's equally as bad as getting stuck in temporal reality where we think this is all there is, and everything is about the material world, and our whole mind and our days and our energy, everything is just all about material things and things at this moment, in this present moment. And so that's a problem, and that's why it helps to think about the timeless reality of eternity, the eternal realms, the divine reality. But getting stuck there, of course, in our head at least, I should say, we lose the sense of presence of every day and the importance of being alive today at this moment on this planet. You have things to do. There's a purpose for your life. There's a reason you were born. And if you have this beautiful, flourishing life that is just blossoming and beautiful with no real trials, I mean, we had a flat tire once or something, you'd be a rare person. But if you do consider your life just generally no problems, beautiful, wonderful, no heavy duty trials, no tragedies, no brokenheartedness, you have nothing like that, maybe you don't want to fly off, or you don't want to think about at least the timelessness, the idea of the eternal reality. But that is a reality still. And we do need to think about that. We do need to think about the fact that we have a future and we have a hope, even if this, and when, I should say, this life of ours is done and we close the pages on our book of life. That's really all I wanted to say today. I was thinking about timelessness and the difference between temporal reality and divine reality, and that we live both simultaneously. And maybe you need to think about one more than the other in this season of your life. And I don't know what end of the spectrum you are on. Maybe you have a great balance there. You're thinking of both. You have a sense of presence in both, and the kingdom of God and the timelessness of his beautiful eternal realm. But you're also solidly here, being fully present to others, caring and doing and sharing and helping and walking in your purposes. Awesome, wonderful. Do it. Continue on. But that's a big and a deep part of what I think most of us have to learn as we get older and as we grow in our walk with the Lord. So I just thought I'd mention it today, and glad you came by, and I hope to hear from you soon. I bless you today. Peace and every good. Bye now.